Hey, guess who's back? I'm here. That's right, folks. I'm angry. A lot of movies came out. Some are good, some are shit. Let's talk about it. Where's Alan? What's going on? So much to discuss. Let's get Alan here on the show. Let's get things started. Let's go. Wait, where's Alan? Alan's here somewhere.
Alan!
Well, there you are.
Hey, it's White Dante James.
Yes, we race swapped Dante. Oh my God. How's it going, man?
Good. Less
Okay.
stressful right now.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching the show, and you did a good job. I got to be honest.
Yeah, you're okay.
I mean, I give you oh shoot. During the show, I'm like sending him messages. The banner is the wrong banner, but this is the banner.
Take the banner off.
You got to do what's the banner doing there?
Take down the
oh
comments.
my God. I'm my blood pressure is going up from all the mistakes, but whatever. It was a good conversation about movies.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
So yeah.
Eventually, I got it, and now you're back, and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
No, you do have to worry about it. You do have to worry about it. You do. So no, I sincerely thank you. I can't thank you enough. You really held down the fort. You had good guests. And I'm watching them going like, do I need to come back?
Yeah.
I got other projects.
Oh my gosh.
I got other things to do. I'm serious.
Oh man, I'm like,
stuff going on.
It's like the two of us have been doing this for 2 years, and we kind of like we have our roles and kind of learning things. And then when you're gone, it's like, oh no, I'm doing everything.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know.
Oh, and then thankfully we had guests who could fill time while I'm moving banners around and trying to produce the show.
No, sincerely, you did amazing. I like on Wednesday when you have a guest co-host.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
Yeah,
Danica, Polchato, Epic Mike.
Yeah,
and Paulie, it was great.
Yeah, it was. What was it like? Yeah, with Epic Mike. My wife thought the dog ran away, and so I'm like, okay, Mike, you gotta vamp for a bit and then run out. And no, the dog was there.
Oh, that's funny.
Dog was there.
Yeah.
All
right, but I think we may keep doing where like I'll host versus, you're not on versus, and then we're together on Friday, but Wednesday we'll keep going with that. I don't know.
Yeah, with guests.
So we'll see if people like it. Do you like it? Do you like it? Also, by the way, hi everybody. Wait, I gotta show you something real quick. Got a little beard here. A little beard. I'm letting everything get out of control. So here I am. What can you say? I cannot thank the audience enough. Sincerely, I had people reach out to me through DMs on Instagram, Twitter, on, by email, through the website. I had people unsolicited send me money through PayPal. Matthew Hammond, so many. Yes, I'm so touched. Like Chrissy Mayer sent me a basket. Chrissy Mayer sent me a basket of fruit. Like, I'm like, I've never strangers, people who watch the show, and I don't know. It's never happened to me. And can I say this? I'll say this. I gotta give a compliment. It's all people surrounding YouTube and the fellowship that did it. No one from indie film, no one from the world of indie film or entertainment are even aware. Nothing.
Okay.
It's all fellowship people, and I think everyone DM'd me except the critical drinker. That's the only person. Which,
Oh,
oddly enough, if you hear my voice, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. You can hear I'm a little. I feel like I'm like, and I was bad like a month ago. That was it. First happened April 9th. Had a minor stroke on April 9th. I was bad. Like,
yeah. Yeah, if you I don't know, I shouldn't reference watching that show, but you'll see.
I was
You'll
bad.
see it.
I was slurring my words, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" And of course, Alan's like, "You're dehydrated. Here's some Gatorade with sugar in it," which was the last thing I should have. And then Gary,
Yeah.
It was Gary from Neurotic. He said, "Go to the hospital." He stopped me. He said, "Go to the hospital now." So me, you, and Dante
Mhm.
went and got burgers because you were hungry. You
Yeah.
remember?
Yep.
And that took an hour. And then we went to
Yeah.
urgent care, and they said, "Go to the hospital now." And then it was weird. All I heard was it's like a code white. And I
Mhm.
walked in. It was great. I don't know what code white means, but I'll take it, you know? So, um, yeah.
Well, considering the makeup of everyone at the emergency room, I think Code White was obvious.
I got in first, code white.
Yep.
No, but they pumped me full of stuff, whatever. Look, all I can say is that some people would wallow or feel sorry for themselves. I don't. I feel so fortunate. I had good friends around me. I had hospital help me out. And I looked at people around me were so much worse. Whatever I saw, I had a guy. I'm laying in the hallway on a stretcher. There's a guy across from me.
Mhm.
He's narrating himself taking a poop in his pants. He was talking to his friend saying, "Oh my God, it's coming out. It's coming out." I was like, "What am I doing? What am I?" But I got problems. Everyone's worse than me. So I'm not 100% on speaking yet, but talking to you and being on the show and getting practice speaking instead of, I'm like reading books aloud because I live at home alone. I don't talk to people. I talk to Alan. Talk to Alan most
Mhm.
than anybody, Alan. So,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Then we
thank
got robbed, or I
you.
should say, Alan got robbed, but they stole my stuff, which was in Alan's car. That's a whole other like. It's like
Oh,
if there's a worst weekend in Vegas, this is number one worst weekend in Vegas.
I know.
It was
I mean, it would have
the
been fun if we had been there for Dante's bachelor party, and then all this went down, and then
yeah, that would
we made
be a funny story. Hey, we went to a meetup. Chris had a stroke, and we got robbed and lost $1,500. Like, and then you lost stuff in your car. I lost luggage, jackets, like all the film threat merch stolen. I lost a hundred copies of Attack of the Dock. Why would they take that?
yeah. So if you go on Amazon and you see Attack of the Dog,
True. Oh my God. But I'm back. Um, I'm excited. I have not, by the way, I haven't missed a step. I've seen every movie that came out during the time I was. I'm going to do a rapid fire later because I have opinions. I watch film thread. I have opinions, folks. So there you go. But I'm very grateful. I'm humbled by everyone's so generous and kind. Like, and also, by the way, I hate this. Let me tell you, I hate this. I hate
yeah.
I hate
Um,
my birthday. I don't like being the center of attention. I come in, I entertain you, I go away. Thank you very much. Whatever. But me being the center of attention, I hate it.
yeah.
I
Let me
don't
let
want.
me let me address
Yeah,
that for a second because when I
please.
was at the meetups and then
Yeah.
people were coming and say, "Where's Chris?" I'm like, he's just not feeling well. That's why he's like, don't tell people what's going on. And so I'm throughout the whole thing, people are like, Chris is not feeling well. Chris is not feeling well. And I'm like, you know,
Well, it
and
makes
then people
sense. I
find
was
out afterwards.
plastered.
And it's like, well, what was Alan telling me? Why was Alan telling me that you weren't feeling well?
Yeah, well, now you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, but look, what's weird is like not just all my changes, whatever, I'm recovering. And it's minor. I'm gonna be 100%. I'm about 80%. So I'm not there. But just okay, anyone, a lot of people coming in, tell them I'm drunk. Why is Chris drinking old fashions in the morning?
Because it's Friday.
Ooh, it's very strong. It's a sipper. Yeah, just tell any new people that watch the show I'm drunk because I'm a little slurry, not perfect. But when I get angry, it's good. But I'm really happy to be back. I'm changing my diet too, which is the worst. So no sugar, no carbs. I got to reset my metabolism. Do you know how hard it is to not eat sugar? I bought breakfast sausage. Breakfast sausage has 3 grams of sugar. It's impossible.
Okay, I was looking. Bacon at Costco, 0 sugar.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. Hey, I'm changing my diet. I'm not drinking, obviously. And I hate this phrase, but it is what it is. And I'm moving on. And I'm angry and I got stuff happening. I'm putting my movie out on Blu-ray. My big fat independent movie.
Yeah.
It's coming out on Blu-ray. I'm almost done with the Blu-ray. It's going to come out in July. July it'll be out.
I'll have a meetup in Vegas to sell those. So
yeah, it'd be great. Let's go to Vegas and get robbed. What's so funny is I talked to a friend of mine who's a local, and he's like, where we stayed, Alan, those hotels. He goes, oh, that's a bad area. Don't stay there. I was great. Like, no one told us that, like, oh yeah, those areas are crime ridden. It was the worst.
By the way, and when I reported it to the hotel, they said, well, we only have cameras at the gate when you enter and exit. So throughout that entire parking structure, there are 0 cameras.
I mean, whatever. Curveball in life, it happens. It's just money. So, I mean, I was so pissed though. I was saving money to go to Vegas and I brought 500 cash. Gone. I came back with $11. The worst, but
and a stroke.
Great. But I'm back. I will continue to improve, but I'm not 100%. I appreciate your patience, but I'm here for a reason. I got stuff to do. I'm angry. My blood pressure's going up.
Yeah.
There you go. That got me into
the other thing you have to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I have a Kickstarter that is going to be launching soon, which I'm excited to show everybody. You're gonna get the first look at it. So not right now, but soon. So hey, and I just sincerely thank everybody. So let's get back to business. And let's take a look at your chat comments and questions. Okay. Here we go.
It's pouring in right now.
All right. Here we go. Well, Lord Thoth reminds everybody to like, share, subscribe, sign up as a member, join us on Discord and Rumble, and we are on X. We are on X, folks. So that's great. Martin Gear is a new member. Slim Jim 491 member for 5 months. Says, welcome back, Frank Film Threat. Eric Stratton 7777. Alan being forced into lead was like Michael Keaton forced to be mom in Mr. Mom minus the vacuum scene. By the way, love you, Chris. Not fully homo. There you go. Sons and Shadow, thank you for that. That was very generous, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, Sons and Shadows for 2. Great to have you back. Full beard, Chris. Yeah, I'll keep it going. Let's see here. Oh, Tomac for 50. Well. If it isn't the man that called out Sony on their hot phobic agenda. Yes, very hot phobic. Judicon for 5. Hail, Chris and Alan. Chris, I'm glad to see you are recovering well and don't sound like a retard. Well,
should have
make me happy.
Alan looks the best right there.
I'm the prettiest of the two of us.
Yeah, for sure. If you look, I think Alan is the best. Thank you, Judicon. Sean Who for 742. Welcome back, Chris. Thank you. And Chris Ack for 5. Welcome back, Chris. I don't know what non-woke back the tank you found to recover in, but awesome job. Well, thank you for that. Big Bullion, member for 5 months. Chris, my Pookie is back, laying off the Trulies. Yes, haven't had a Truly in a month. So there you go. JJKK, member for 2 months. Welcome back, Chris. Time to put the show back on the right path. Right path. Hey, and gifted 1 Film Threat membership, Krizik, and Blue Collar Loser for 5. Chris, glad you're okay. I lost my dad at 51, so praying for you. Alan's been great. I agree. Been dying to ask, you see Deadpool popcorn bucket? Oh, yeah, I'm going to get one. And Drunk 3PO, who apparently is a Luddite. I was watching Drunk on Geeks and Gamers Daily, and he and Beardo didn't know what the word Lud. He said Luddy. But I love Drunk 3PO and Beardo. They have great chemistry. And welcome back, Chris. Love you, dude. Love you back, Drunk. And that Luddite thing was hilarious. You guys are so funny. I love it. Thank you. Every morning, G&G Daily. Love it. So thank you. Nicholas Fargo for $4.99. Chris, so happy to have you back. Sorry for not DMing you. Dude, it's cool. But you have been in my prayers. Even if you're not 100%, you still look fantastic. Well, yeah, I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
Also, don't worry about DMing because you kept telling me, start telling people that stop DMing me.
No, but it was weird because I get messages of like, yes, I'm okay. I'm recovering. And finally, I just started copying and pasting the message. It was like so many people reached out. I was like, I only have so much energy. I can't respond to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta understand people love you. They like you. You know, they're concerned. You've just got to embrace these things in life.
I will do my best. Skiz Spivak Esquire for 69. No, you say it, Alan.
For $69.99.
Well, go ahead, read it. Let's see.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back, Chris Gore. You made my day. Regards, DS to Frank. My pal Al was great. Holding down the fort.
See, I knew you'd love to read the fort. Wait, you keep reading. I could use a break.
Okay, that's what you mean. From Skiz Spivak Esquire, member for 2 months. Geez, spell check sucks. Oh, Az has been on me my tail for that. Shucksy, member for 21 months. Great to see you up and running, Chris. I was praying for you to get better. Alan did a great job filling in. Yes, he did. And it's great to see you back.
It's weird. You're getting more love than I am.
I know. It's from Latino Slant. Hey, Polly, for $4.99. Gore changing his diet for his health is the best news I've heard this week. God bless you, homie. God bless you, homie.
Hey, God bless you, Paulie. And we're going to Lucha Bavoom together in a couple weeks. So get ready for that.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of ads on social media for Empire Strips Back.
You are?
Well, those are the ads. For some reason, they're showing up on mine.
Oh,
I think it's the people I associate with. Unearned opinion for $4.99. So glad to see you back, Chris. You look like R&B's little brother with that handsome beard.
I'll take it.
Yes. MK Solid for $4.99. Chris, welcome back. Hope you chuckled at my joke on X. I think you should hit the gym. You had a good build during the G4 years. You will feel great.
Yeah, no, I have been. I can't do strenuous exercise. I've been lifting weights, going walking. I joined this gym, and yeah, but it's not strenuous. So, you know, I'm getting started. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I also dropped like 10 pounds. So there you go. Thank you.
All right, from Blue Collar Loser for $5. Thank you. So far took my son to see Toby Trilogy, Mummy, Matrix, Next, Transformers 40, Crow 30, LOTR remastered. Love my teenager. We watch you 2 every Friday.
I also went to see the Toby Trilogy, and yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. And by the way, I've seen people make jokes, on other streams like Neurotic and whatever. They make I think they're funny. I laugh every time. So yeah. So thank you. I have a sense of humor. I'm Simple Jack. So there you go.
Okay, from Luis Cuevas for $10. Frank is back. In solidarity with Frank's return, I will be stroking throughout the stream. No Dune bucket. Regulators, shout out. And speaking of that, our sponsor today is Blue Chew for your stroking needs. All right, from Pirate Queen, member for 18 months. Great to have you back. Thank you for your support for the last 18 months. Takers, what is that? 610 for $2. Robert My Burnett, Chris, give me my look back.
It'll be fun on Versus Monday.
Oh yeah. From Murdoch 86 for $25. Great to see you, Chris. From Scott McKenzie. Yes, Scott McKenzie.
Oh, just Scott. Thanks. I chat with Scott on Twitter, and he gave me this great Texas coffee mug. It's amazing. So, thank you, Scott.
Scott donated a gifted Film Threat membership. So be sure to go to Discord, join the chat, and all that those cool videos on the member channel. From Freedom Phil for $5. Good to see you back in the chair, Chris. And then from Pat and Jessica's Jeep Adventures for $4.99. Happy that you got your health back. Looking forward to seeing you on the Comic-Con floor in July. Will you have a meetup or a panel? Alan is great.
We have submitted a panel, and we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we will be there. We'll be there regardless of the panel.
I hope I can afford to go. I'm not joking. So we'll see. But
that'll be a good test of you being able to manage the floor and getting everywhere in San Diego.
Yeah, we'll see. Keep going, man.
Okay, from Red French Moon for €2. The captain is back at the helm. Awesome. And then also from I got it. Okay, here we go. From Scott McKenzie for $2 again. Glad Order 66 did not work. Chris, welcome back. Dr. Gonzo. Hey, Dr. Gonzo, for $5. Hey, Chris, glad you are back. Love ya. The beard is to be feared.
Hell yeah. Yes, you're the Feardo.
From Steve Finch for $5 Canadian. Love you, Chris. Welcome back. Alan, love the beard.
Yeah. Why don't you grow a beard in solidarity?
I could. I don't know. Summer's coming back. I thought about it. So far, the women in my house have vetoed the beard, so we'll see.
Okay.
From Spicy
it's rigged. The vote is rigged.
I know. Sorry. From Spidey Sensei 72 for $5. Who else comes back from a stroke as a sexy silver fox? Frank Gore. That's who.
That's right. That's right.
Man, you guys are super generous here. Elliot Cecil for $4.99. Thank you. Just watched the first Avengers again. I miss old MCU. It had romance, a great superhero origin, and felt like the comic book from the 40s. Yeah. Nice. Remember back then? From Matthew Hammond for $9.99. I am so stoked. I'm so stoked for the post-stroke stream. Gore is such a great bloke. I'm so glad he did not croak. I cannot wait for him to invoke a rant about an in-joke about woke Disney.
That is the chat of the day. Matthew, that is awesome. You're so great. I can't thank you enough. And yeah, you can make jokes about me. Make all the jokes you want. I mean, I'll joke about myself.
You make me happy.
We need more of you at the end.
I know it's
like your face is perfect. It's perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Matthew.
From JB Spooky Review for 2 Canadian. Happy to see you back, brother. Take care of yourself.
All right.
All right.
Keep
Let's
it
see.
going.
From Fletcher, I suck at game. Fletcher Williams, I suck at games channel 499. Thank you. Welcome back, sir. A scruffy Gore, best Gore.
Thank you, Fletcher.
Okay. From 200 Watt Studios for 2. Great to see my fellow Michigander back. And from Roan Charman, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much for that. Gregory Lieber with 2. No,
Wait, it went away.
Yeah, am I doing it? Or you? Okay, I'll do it.
I'm doing it. Okay, go ahead.
From Gregory Lieber for 2. Gore! And we're almost through here. Oliver Lavery Farag for 10 pounds. Attention. Don't make Chris the center of attention. Attention. I repeat, do not make Chris the center of attention. Don't worry, Chris. I don't think anyone noticed. Glad to have you back.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. And then from Oilers Workshop for $9.99. Chris, you're awesome. Glad you're back at it. The beard is epic. You look like John Williams mashed with Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan.
I'll take it.
All right. And
thank you very much.
Movie Merca for $3. Alan, 10 seconds. Get the defibrillator. Love you, Chris. Okay. And then lastly, we got Crazy Cat Kev for $1.99. Sing the Squire song "Stroke Me" next week on the Nooner.
Oh my God! Yes, I will. I don't know if I'm going to do the Nooner. I got to talk to Gary. If he wants to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll think hard about that one. Yeah.
No, it's up to Gary. Yeah. I'll do it. I'm in. A couple more.
I feel like he wants you back. Robert Thomas. Robert Thomas Watson for €10. Hail, Chris Gore. Good to see you back, sir. And then lastly, from Nimirovsky for $4.99. When I heard you had a stroke in Vegas, I figured you wouldn't be getting out of jail for at least a year. So glad you got a early parole. There you go.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Be mad about everything? And I mean, I was mad for a little bit, but like, I can't do anything. I just have to make jokes about it.
Yeah.
You know? It's that's all you got to do. Make jokes.
I remember sitting in that emergency room with Dante, wondering how do you transport a body back from Las Vegas?
We were laughing then. I mean, I was making jokes as I was going through it, and then the worst part is in really serious situations, my instinct is to joke.
Yeah.
So I joked with all the doctors, and like it was not smart, but. You know,
I remember the funny part was they drag you back into the emergency room. Dante and I are wondering what's going on. We're getting little bits and pieces from the doctors. We're sitting there for like 2 hours, and they're like, "Oh, you can see him now." And I go back there. You're sitting in a chair laughing. They didn't even put you in a gown at that point. And I'm like, what's going on here? What have we been sitting around for 2 hours for?
Because everyone else was so worse than me.
Yeah.
I mean, my voice was slurred and I felt weird, but I was fine. But I saw horrible stuff, like people that were like bad off. I mean, it was bad. So yeah. Well, I'll never forget that trip to Vegas. Yay!
Yay.
So
lock it in.
We got movies to talk about. What should we do first?
Well, I think are you up for the rapid fire?
I'm gonna save that.
Okay.
Let's do something simple.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but maybe we should do not another church movie.
Okay.
We're gonna get it out of the way, folks.
We'll get it out of the way.
We're gonna get Apes next. Let's do this.
Hey, by the way, thank you to the 3,500 people watching us on actually it's 4,000 people watching us on YouTube, Rumble, and X.
Please like, share the stream, and please subscribe, because YouTube's doing weird stuff right now.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about Apes shortly, but there's a movie. I saw the trailer for this movie and I couldn't believe it. It looked like a Tyler Perry movie. It looked like a parody of the church movie genre. So, Alan, are you ready for it? Can you?
No, yeah, I'm trying to get the poster up here. It'll be up in 1 second.
Yeah. So
As,
the trailer for go look at the trailer for this movie, not another church movie. It looks ridiculous. I mean, it looks really bad. I'm not gonna lie. This movie looks god awful. Alan, tell us about
well,
this film.
well, let me tell you about this film. So it's from Kevin Daniels. It's one of these parody movies about church movies. This is really a parody movie about Tyler Perry movies. But it's basically Kevin Daniels here plays Taylor Ferry, but the P is silent, so he wants to make sure it's Taylor Ferry or it's Taylor Harry. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Oprah Winfrey, or the person, the parody version of her, God wants her to find a successor, and she's going on this nationwide hunt. But God has chosen Tyler Harry to be the successor. But Tyler needs to prove himself. So he goes to a woman's meeting and learns what it's like to be a woman, gets in the mind of the woman, and then he has to learn to write movies. And he basically goes through his friends and his family and comes up with 3 stories that are basically based on Tyler Perry movies. One of the key draws, one of the things that that intrigued me about this movie is this movie stars Jamie Foxx as God and Mickey Rourke as the devil. And I'll say this: both actors, I'm pretty sure, spent a day shooting a full day shooting on a green screen. They have fairly significant they have a fairly significant presence themselves in the movie. But I will, and so I'll say this: this is a really horrible movie. This is really bad. It's so inside baseball that you really need to have a feel for Tyler Perry and the movies he's made in the past, because there's a lot of references to basically this is a prequel to that leads up to all the Tyler Perry movies that have been made. It's the problem with this movie is the comedy. I feel like a lot of the movie is about riffing. It's about people just getting on camera and just riffing and saying weird things, saying funny things. And when you do that, you kind of lose the plot, which a lot of times I was doing. I was losing the plot, trying to remember, why are we here? What are we doing? It's sort of a mess. The best thing about the movie is the cast. Mickey Rourke, Jamie Foxx. You got Vivica A. Fox. You got Jasmine Guy. You got a bunch of other people I don't know, but are apparently very famous. And it's just not a good movie. It's it's just really hard to grasp a hold of where we're going in it, and the jokes are just mid to bad. Probably the best scene in the movie is in the courthouse where who is it? Where one of the main characters, who's a man, is basically it was a side scene where a guy is being accused of sexual harassment, and he's not allowed to present any evidence, and he's found guilty right away. There's a little commentary on how bad men have it when it comes to these kind of cases. That was the only funny part of the movie. Mickey Rourke is Mickey Rourke. He's not all there. And Jamie Foxx.
Looking at him on the poster.
What was that?
What is up with his face?
Yeah, I know.
Look at him on the poster. It looks like creepy makeup.
Oh, wait till you see him in full devil uniform. It comes pretty close to coming out of a drag show.
Oh my god, he looks terrible.
Yeah, this is a definite pass. I don't know if you've been watching.
Wait, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. It's a 2. It's a 2. It's just not funny.
Oh, it got a 2. Oh,
yeah. It's just not funny.
It looks so bad. I saw the trailer. Awful.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, it was, about 20 minutes in, I was regretting all my life choices at this point. Why did I choose this movie? I could have seen Planet of the Apes again.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a pass, 2 out
Yeah.
of 10. It's bad.
It's very bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, look, Kevin Daniels is doing a Tyler Perry impression. There's an actress in there. I think it's Lydia no, it's someone else, but she does Oprah. And the problem is she has the voice down as Oprah, but she doesn't really do much with it other than the hello, and then you get a prize and you get a prize. It's very, very typical, very mid. It's bad.
Well, do you think you're gonna go to hell for not recommending this movie?
I don't think this movie is a Christian movie. It's rated R for one thing. The language, yeah, it's rated R.
A church
language
movie? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Medea character, the Medea character is named Madude.
But dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, the best joke of the entire movie.
Well, I saw the trailer and determined I never want to see this. I never want to see it. Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I had a pretty good streak with faith-based movies. This kind of ended it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's go to your comments tier. Alan, can you help me out?
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan's giant taint for $5. Hi Chris, Alan did a great job in your absence. Love you guys. Let's see, from Kelichi Oki for $2. Good to have you back, Chris. You look like a mess. Yes.
I'll take it. I'll
Yes,
take
you
it.
do.
I looked like a mess. I agree.
All right, from Icelandic Filipino, member for 11 months. Thank you for the support. Goddamn, it's good to see you, Chris. Looking spiffy and hot.
Well,
Heart
thank you.
emojis there. Yes. From Bookmark for 12 pounds. 25 pounds. Fantastic to see you, Chris. Looking well. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And then Floral from Under a Rock for 2 Canadian. Is that Charlton Heston on screen in a film threat shirt?
Charlton Heston.
You damn dirty
apes. You goddamn ape. I love Charlton Heston. It's great.
From Jedi Ben for $4.99.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, so glad to see you survive Disney's Clinton attempt on you, Chris. Thank you for being yourself and a quick recovery. Interesting. I go after Disney and they go after you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like a warning to me. No, do whatever you have to do to Chris. I'm doing more D-files. All right, from the Garth Knight returns for $4.99. Chris, glad you're back. Alan's topless, bottomless mimosa stream. We're getting out of hand. Nonstop pinkies out. Yeah, pinkies is the word. And from Brandon Jolly for $10. Good to have you back, Bearded Wonder.
Oh, thank you so much,
right.
Brandon. Cool. So, all right. Yeah. That I just want to remind people of something.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about apes.
Apes, yeah.
Yeah, let's get apes all set up. And really thank you everybody for your generous chat comments and questions and well wishes and all that stuff.
Oops.
We're both trying to
Yeah, the guy who says, I need your help. I need your help.
You're doing great. I have no complaints. Great. Well, Alan, you and I both saw it. You saw this a few weeks ago accidentally.
Yeah. In fact, there was no official press screening for this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was not.
Yeah, you and I we're gonna see The Fall Guy last Monday, and the email I had gave me the wrong theater, and when I showed up to that theater, I go into the lobby, and there's it's empty. The lobby is empty, and there's a woman at the table, and I go, I'm here for the screening, and she goes, what's your name? And I go, Alan Ng, and she goes, you're not on the list, and I go, oh, and she goes, what outlet are you with? I go, Film Threat. And he goes, okay. All right, well, it'll start in like 20 minutes. You're early. And then I just headed down and I go in and I see the Planet of the Apes poster up on the screen, and the room is empty, and I'm like, I think I'm at the wrong screening.
Yeah, you
And
are.
yeah, and it started an hour after the Fall Guy, so there's just no way I can make it there. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna sit here, pretend I'm invisible, and maybe they'll let me stay at the screening, which they did. And so I saw Kingdom of the Planet.
I love that story. That story is so awesome. It's
Yeah,
great, Alan.
I inadvertently snuck into a screening I shouldn't have been at.
All right. Well, look, I've seen the previous films in this run of the Planet of the Apes. I'm a huge fan of the original series. Planet of the Apes, Beneath, Escape, Conquest, Battle for, and the Apes TV show from the 70s, and the Apes animated show. And the previous trilogy was all the Caesar trilogy, right at the early beginnings. This is far in the future, and things are different in this world. What I do appreciate about this, the trailer did not give away anything from the second half of the movie. That I appreciated. So, which was cool, because once you got to the second half, I had no idea what was going on. Alan, tell us about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
All right. So at the beginning of the movie, Caesar is dead from the last movie. And we jump forward to, they say several generations. I'm going to say about 70 to 100 years.
Yeah, it's farther in the future.
Yeah. And I'll say this about the movie. I would say take a breath. This is a new chapter that we're starting. So it's very different from the first series. We're opening a brand new series, and over the 70 years,
you don't even need to see those previous three films.
Absolutely,
you can just start here.
So over the 70 years, apes have gotten smarter and evolved faster, and man has gone more stupid. In fact, they're kind of like grazing animals now out there, and the world as we know it now is that the apes have formed factions in life. They form their own families, their villages, but they also form their own factions. And here we're with the chimpanzee faction. The young Noah and his friends, Suna and Anaya, 3 teen apes, chimpanzees. This clan is an eagle clan, meaning that they raise eagles. The eagles go out and hunt for them. The eagles also protect them. And our 3 teens, they're climbing a mountain looking for eagle eggs so that they can raise their own eagle for themselves. Well, that night, the evil Proximus Caesar sends his men in to tear down this village, to kill the leaders, including Noah's father, and to enslave the rest of the entire chimpanzee clan there, or troop, as the scientists call it. Noah is beaten down by Proximus and left for dead. And when he awakens, everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. And so he goes on a journey to rescue his people, find his mother, and save the day. And on this journey along the way, he meets Raka, an orangutan, a wise orangutan.
Orangutan.
Yes, an orangutan who was once the keeper of the lore of Caesar. So Caesar over time has become kind of this mythical person, the kind of the Jesus of the time. And Raka is the only one who has the true story of Caesar, because Proximus has taken Caesar's story and manipulated it in a way that makes Proximus the new Caesar and the new leader. And while they're going off to rescue his troop, they run into Nova, which is a girl human, and she's been following them around, and they find out that she's not a danger, and so they kind of take her in. And now the movie is about their adventure to get people back.
But she has ulterior motives.
Yes. Which is interesting. I don't know how much we want to talk about that, but
we should keep it spoiler free. But I gotta say, I was not looking forward to this at all.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, didn't care. I was fine with those other Apes movies. They were good. They were entertaining. Whatever. It's cool. But this, like it kind of sucked me in,
Mhm.
because I felt like even though Andy Serkis is not in this, he didn't do the mocap. Um, I feel it's even better now, the animation.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah, I'll just say this, Weta, did the animation. This movie is beautiful. This
yeah,
movie, the blending of CG and real life is seamless. The way the apes move around, the way they talk feels like apes actually doing this. It doesn't feel animated or like a cartoon in any way. I have to give it to Weta for just what they were able to accomplish with just the animation of this and the motion capture. This is from visually speaking, it's an incredible movie.
it's like an animated nature movie. That's what
Mhm.
it felt like at times. And it really looked great. And you just buy it. Once you get into it, you buy it. And I don't know, the girl who played Nova, she was fine, but I felt like she was honestly too good looking. And she's too skinny.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't buy her being able to do a lot of things she did, but whatever. And she's which is so tired. She's the
Yeah,
girl. The
yeah,
girl is the key to everything.
yeah.
It's tired.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
thing is that okay, so in the third act, she starts girl bossing, like girl
yeah,
bossing like crazy. And
yeah.
and I
Oh,
remember watching and thinking, oh, here we go, here's a girl boss moment. And they explain it at the end why
yeah,
she's
they
able to
do.
girl boss, but that's too late in the game.
Yeah, they
You know,
kind of give you an explanation of like, well, here's why she's such a girl boss. She's part of something bigger.
mhm.
Again, no spoilers, but uh, look, in spite of so many flaws, and what I loved about the old Apes movies, I'm talking about from the 60s and
Yeah.
70s, they were about ideas,
Mhm.
religion and questioning civilization. And uh, this, it's not as much about that. It's more about spectacle, and it's fine. I like spectacle, but seriously, I prefer the old Apes movies, even though the effects I recognize they're kind of dumb.
The dudes
Right?
with masks on.
Yeah, it is stupid, but with this, I had trouble. I'm gonna sound like I'm apist. This is gonna be an apist comment. I had trouble telling the apes apart. Like, that's Noah. Who's that again? So
Yeah, you are apist. I was able to.
I'm
Oh, yeah, I should
apist.
get it.
I'm definitely I'm an apist, clearly. But
Here's the thing I'll say. I think I mean you're definitely seeing with this as the start of the true prequel into the classic Planet of the Apes.
right.
When you say the ideas, I think there are ideas presented here. They're just not presented in a deep and thoughtful way yet. The whole
Right.
idea that Caesar is kind of this god that people or this legend that people kind of worship, that's an interesting idea. The whole, when we get to Proximus and his goals, it's the idea of this is not a spoiler, but apes have evolved, and Proximus knows this. And there's a vault, and if he gets in that vault, he will evolve at a faster rate than he's bored with the rate of evolution, and by breaking the vault, he will evolve himself even further by what's inside of it. That's a great idea. My issue is this movie, the first two acts are great. I bought
Yeah.
in. I
Yeah.
really love what was set up. This third act, um, the action of it felt like it was rushed in terms of writing, not really well thought out. And the way everything is resolved feels very simple and very like, well, we just need to get there, so let's just get there. And then you have the post-credit scene, which takes everything I loved about the first two acts. It makes me wonder if they can stick the landing in the next movie, because I fear that the movie may go in a direction I really don't want to go, because I really like this idea in the first two acts of the ape Game of Thrones going on. And that's kind of what I wish this series would go into, and it feels like it's not going to go into it based on the ending of the movie.
It also feels like it's trying to be more for kids. It's trying to be for kids, uh, which is fine. You need new fans, I guess. but I'm interested. It felt like they should just make a series because the ending, we're not going to talk about it. The ending is a setup for events to come, right? It's a huge, there's no post-credit scene, but the very ending was like, where is this leading?
Yeah, the epilogue. It's more of an epilogue than a
Yeah,
post-credit.
right. Epilogue. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like,
I mean, are you hopeful for this series based on that epilogue?
I can speculate on where I think it's going. I'm not gonna say. I think you know, I'm not gonna say, but
Yeah. I mean,
I
for me,
think
it's like I love the setup in the first two acts. And I feel like
yeah,
the third act is it just kind of wasted all that love I
yeah,
had for it.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm curious for sure, but I feel like I prefer the older Apes movies. Each movie had some big idea it dealt with, you know? And although even it kind of like puts dumb things aside, like when Tyler, played by Charlton Heston, goes to the planet, why do the apes speak English? He's supposed to be like 3,000 years in the future. Why do the
And
apes
and
speak
on a different
English?
planet.
Yeah, I know. It makes no sense, but you buy it because you
Yeah.
know it's Rod Serling coming up with that. But yeah, I don't know. I give this a mild recommendation.
Mhm.
So probably six and a half out of 10. But I'd hoped for more. And why is it over 2 hours? Why? Why do these movies? It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Doesn't need to be. So much could have been cut. And that was a disappointment. So I don't know, Alan, where do you stand?
Yeah, I'm in the same area. I'm at a 6.5. Like I said, the first two acts I think are worth it. The third act, there's a lot of buying into things that you have to do, and just kind of accept that this is the direction they're going in. Um, so yeah, mild recommendation, 6.5.
Yeah, but I will say what's interesting is the effects seem to have even
Mhm.
been slight leap forward from the last one.
Yeah,
I'm serious. This is the best integration. They really
yeah,
sold it.
yeah. Remember when ILM used to be a thing?
Yeah,
Weta is in that same category. It's like Weta is at the top of the game, and it surprises me that they don't get more work than they do.
yeah. All right, let's go to comments, which are all about me, actually. So there you go. Come on, Alan.
Oh yeah, Jean Hu for 742. May I recommend a skipper's cup for the newly bearded Chris?
You mean Cap?
Cap, sorry, skipper's cap. From Rudy for 5. Mexican Chris Gore and Black Chris Gore were great, but it's great to see you back.
I
Great to
love
see you back,
Dante.
white Chris Gore. When I heard you had a stroke in Vegas, I thought it involved an escort.
I'm not telling. I'm not
Yeah,
telling.
I know
Thank you
those
for that,
FNC
Rudy.
parties, I tell you. For JT for 20. Chris Gore-ing the house. Not sure why it took so long. Usually after a stroke, I'm good to go after a shower and a quick nap. But glad to have you back. Yes.
I wish.
Yeah. I think vigorous is the word you're looking for. From Aaron Pipes for $5. Frank, welcome. Heard Chris had a stroke. Good you are filling in. Yes, poor Frank. And from Castigan for 499 pounds. Looking forward to Alien versus Apes under Iger's IP farm. Welcome back, Gore. Let's all get gored.
I think that would be hilarious to do a sketch,
Mhm.
IP farming, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, there were IP mining. We're just like
Mhm.
we've got caps on, and we're in a tunnel. IP farming. Hey, we found Admiral Akbar. Why don't we make a series called Akbar? Disney's so uninspired.
I
We
know.
got some good. Ooh, we got some good Disney news. For the next D Files, someone just told us some stuff.
Yeah, I need to do a little more research on that. And so,
Yeah, we can't talk about it yet, but it's shocking stuff. I don't want to say right now.
Yeah, no.
Good stuff
Okay.
coming.
All right, from Julian Araxall for 5 British pounds. Friday evening in the UK. Friday evening in the UK is a much brighter place. Thanks to you two gentlemen. Lovely to have you back, Chris.
Thank you. I always think of
Beautifully read by me.
Anarchy in the UK is what I always think of.
Yes, and from JT became a YouTube member. Welcome aboard. From Nicholas Vargo for 199. The runtime is a big deterrent. 145 minutes, really? Well, yeah.
Well, no, Nicholas, here, think of this. Movies used to be 2 hours. It's the perfect running time. There's no reason the movie I saw couldn't have been cut to 2 hours. And also, it's a deterrent when you have kids, right? You want to take like your 11-year-old or whatever to see the movie. They're going to be squirming at 90 minutes. So, yes, it's a deterrent. It's not an epic. Make it 2 hours. So, make 2 hours great again. Make 2-hour movies great again. I don't know. So.
Which makes you think it's probably not a kids movie. And I think this movie is not as bad as we are making it out to be, because I think it will do well this weekend.
Yeah, it's projected to do very well. Last super chat.
Yeah. So good on you, Disney.
Yeah.
All right, from Geek Truth 64 for 499. Glad to have you back, Chris. Assume an additional witty comment went here. Yeah, very good.
There you go. Well, thank you for that. All right, it's time to pivot. And I'm looking at the chat. Everyone is awesome. I can't thank you enough. Everyone's been so great. I'm just humbled. Again, I don't like a lot of attention on me, but I have one thing to say.
When I think it's not, you go back to the schoolyard. You have that crush on big-titted Mary Jane. Respect the cock.
That was like a better looking Tom Cruise. It was a.
Yes, only you could improve Tom Cruise.
You know what that's from?
Oh, is that
from Magnolia?
Yeah. I was gonna say the other one, but Magnolia.
Should we queue up another movie?
Yes.
How about Mars Express, a movie you didn't see?
I did not see it.
Yeah, let me get the banner. Here we go.
There we go.
Mars Express. All right. Mars Express is an anime set in the 23rd century on Mars. It's a police procedural about a female who has a male companion who is, he's Carlos Rivera, and he's not human. He is an android based on a human who used to exist, who died and was put into android form. And they are investigating some murders that are happening with robots. There's crazy stuff going on with these robots, and they investigate one specific murder, and they go to this place where there are a lot of let's say prostitutes, and these prostitutes are robots. And not to get into too much of the story, it's really sort of basic. You've seen it before, but you've never seen it like this. It's like a little combo of Cyberpunk 2077 and Blade Runner. So it's very sort of by the numbers. Yeah, we've seen that kind of scene before, whatever. But the look is awesome. They use sort of a combo of standard animation and then computer animation, and it's really about the integration of AI and androids into human culture. And while the ending is, I don't want to get too into the ending. It's a shock ending, and then the movie keeps going. And I'll just say, I was really sort of in the middle of this, like, what? I've seen this before, whatever. The ending totally paid this movie off. Did not expect it at all. Not expect it. Really, an amazing sort of like, I don't want to, without saying that, it's like a 2001 A Space Odyssey ending where it goes in a totally cerebral weirdness in the last 20 minutes. And I really appreciated it. So I would check out the trailer for this movie and check it out. I really liked it. I recommend it. It's 90 minutes and
The perfect
strongly
time.
recommend. What's that?
The perfect time.
Perfect running time. Perfect running time. So there's also like suggested nudity. It's not a kids movie. It's R-rated. It's R-rated for sure. And I really enjoyed it. So it starts off very procedural, typical, seen it, been there, done that, whatever. And then it goes off the rails in the third act in a great way. Strongly recommend it. And that's all I got to say. Anything else would be spoilers. And there's some really good ideas. Like the guy who is Carlos Rivera, her android, he's constantly trying to update his firmware. So he stops and he's updating his firmware. His head is a hologram. So his head is like a little hologram of his human face. His body is android, but it has the essence of himself in there. And
I mean, I got the fact. Okay, so there's an android, and then there's prostitutes. What is kind of what is the story that?
Well, the story is investigating some mysterious murders.
Okay, and the android is the cop, basically, or the detective.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a human. This woman. Let's see. What's her character's name? Your character's name is
Aline.
No, that's the voice. Leah Drucker.
Okay. Oh,
Leah Drucker. And she's, it's like if you like a police procedural, it's pretty much you've seen it before. But I really loved it. I thought it was great. So there you go.
Well, I mean, it saddens me that you're having trouble saying prostitute.
Yes. Prostitute. I can't pronounce it. Whore. How about whore? There's some whores in the house.
You want to be crass about it, yeah. And this is from France. I think people are saying
definitely felt very French, like a heavy metal. It was very much heavy metal style in the animation. So make of that what you will. But I recommend it. It's in theaters, and I just sort of randomly like, oh, I'll check this out. And it was a surprise. But I was the first half of the movie, I'm like, what is going on? This is like by the numbers, seen it. And by the end, it has such a weird cerebral ending, which I can't ruin, that it totally pays off in like a weird, like Blade Runner or 2001 A Space Odyssey way. So I recommend it for sure. Well done. Or catch it on VOD when it comes out on VOD.
Yeah, I believe it. Someone said it comes out on Blu-ray next month. What rating are you giving this?
Oh, I would give it 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. So it's a recommend for me for sure.
Yeah.
So enjoyed it. So some surprises. Let's go to the chat right here. Alan, if you help me out.
Sure. From Razorburn for $5. Chris, trim the beard into a goatee and become evil, Chris Gore.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll do that. Yes.
All right. And Geek Truth 64, member for 12 months. Thank you for your support. Yeah, there we go. The Blu-ray for Mars Express is out next month too.
Nice. Thank you.
And Run It's Godzilla for $19.99. Feel better, Chris. Your perfect hair. You perfect-haired son of a bitch. Love you guys. Is that where? Okay, and then for MM for 5. The story is solid. It absolutely nails the landing, and the aesthetics are fantastic. Love seeing line art animation on the big screen again.
Yeah, that ending, it's God, how do I say
Like
it?
an Akira type ending.
Wait, I do that. It reminds me of. I can't say.
We said 2001.
Well, like in terms of it's about something bigger
Okay.
that you didn't see coming.
Hmm.
That's it.
All right.
And yeah. So
I may check.
yeah, well, I'm getting a lot of love in the chat. So thank you, folks. I appreciate it. I see it. So thank you. We got another film to review. Let's get it ready. Alan, our last film of the day.
All right. There we go.
All right. Alan, tell me about this is Jerry Seinfeld's movie on Netflix, Unfrosted.
Yeah.
It is now available to see. Alan and I both saw it. And I got to admit, I had a bowl of cereal when I was watching it. I was so hungry.
You were not supposed to have a bowl of cereal when you're watching this.
No, I had this cereal that had no sugar, like low carbs.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it was
Keto
really
cereal.
good. It was really good. But yeah, I had cereal, watched it. It's on Netflix. Alan, tell us the story of Unfrosted.
All right. So Jerry Seinfeld stars as Bob Cabana, kind of a marketing executive over at Kellogg. His boss, Edsel Kellogg III, played by Jim Gaffigan. The company is going great. This is a banner year for Kellogg. They're winning all the cereal awards, but the evil Post Company, run by Marjorie Post, played by Amy Schumer, she's got something up her sleeve. She's got a pastry snack with a fruit filling, and she's been developing it. But they stole that technology from Kellogg, and so now it's a race for Kellogg to create the perfect snack, the perfect treat before Post is able to do it. It involves along the way. It involves the sugar cartel. It involves the milk mafia. There's also a character strike that's impending, led by the evil Thurles Ravencroft, played by Hugh Grant. This movie, look, I'll say this about this movie. A couple days ago, last week, we talked about it on Hollywood on the Rocks, but Jerry Seinfeld went out there and said the death of comedy is far left extremism and PC wokeness. I will tell you, the death of comedy is bad comedy. This is a horrible comedy. This movie is gonna kill comedy. I hated this movie. Look, the biggest thing here, the biggest problem this movie has is that all the references in this movie is older than me.
Well, the comedy is dumb. That's what it is. The comedy's just it's like bottom of the barrel comedy. It's definitely stupid. So
yeah, and this has. Look, I listen to Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld is actually the person who got me into Howard Stern, because I listened to the first time I ever listened to Howard Stern was his interview with Jerry Seinfeld, not about 15 years ago, and that's when I got into it. And in that interview, Howard gets into a lot of Jerry's comedy and the idea that Jerry is a wordsmith when it comes to his stand-up comedy. Words mean something. He chooses the right words. What was it? Nougat. That's an interesting word, and Jerry will play on stuff like that. This movie is like a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up, but it's put into this odd narrative, this silly odd narrative, where the comedy comes from just saying certain words like dextrose. This goes throughout the entire movie where the laughs are derived from the word that he finds interesting and unique, and you just can't. This is not real comedy. It implies that you understand what happened in the 50s and the 60s during the cereal wars, which never happened. There's so many dated references that I don't think young audiences will understand in this movie. And for people like me who came after this era, I'm racking my brain trying to remember why this reference is funny, and that's this entire movie. It's just silliness, and it's not good.
Here's the problem with this film. Okay, the comedy is dumb. It's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Mhm.
It's for kids. The
It's
humor
not.
is it no, but let me
Yeah.
finish. It's like sort of kid level comedy, so really base and bland and dumb, but the references are like older than me, right? Like to cereal from the 50s and 60s and the references to the mascots and all that. I will say I laughed during like there are some funny laughs. Like Snap, Crackle, and Pop folding the like an American flag, folding the prize inside. Snap, Crackle, Pop. I can't deny that I didn't laugh a few times like during it because it was so bad, but it was not because it was good. It was like, how is this so dumb? But it's definitely like if you watch this movie with a kid, they probably laugh a lot because the situation is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But if the references are they would not understand any of the references to breakfast cereals, right? So look, I'm not recommending this movie. It's a 3 out of 10 at best. What about you, Alan?
No, I mean, if I'm being real, I gave Not Another Church Movie a 3. This is better than that. I gave it. A
No,
4.
you
Honestly,
gave it a 2. You gave it a 2.
I gave it 2. I gave this one. Oh yeah, that's right. I gave it a 3. I gave the other one a 2.
You give this a 3. I give it a 3.
Yeah. I mean, the parts you laughed at, I didn't laugh at all in this movie. And honestly, the only thing I liked about this movie was it had a lot of people in it that I recognized, and and like a lot of the old cast members of Saturday Night Live when it was just starting to become bad. Sebastian Maniscalco is in it. The whole
How do you pronounce his name?
Maniscalco, is that right?
No, it's not right.
What is it?
It's like you sound like me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so if I want to sound like I have a stroke, I'll speak Italian.
Yeah.
But I thought that's how it's pronounced. All right. But I think Hugh Grant was funny as Thurl Ravenscroft.
Hugh Grant was good. He was good.
Yeah, but you kind of wonder why did he stoop so low to do this? And then the report came out where Jerry wanted Chris Rock to do kind of a slap gag in this, and I think Chris said it was too soon, and I agree. This would have been a bad place to do the slap parody for Chris Rock, because the movie overall is just bad. It wouldn't have set up that joke at all very well. Yeah. No, I can't.
But after Seinfeld's comments about woke culture ruining comedy, I really wanted to like this.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's a 3. I mean, I can't
it was
do
so profoundly bad. I mean, that was the thing. He made those comments. We talked about how we thought it was brave for him to make those comments, and then he puts this out, and this is the context of those comments. It's like, no, you just.
No, it didn't hold up. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's too bad. What can you say? So, all right. Let's go to your comments and questions here if we have any. Let's go. Wow. Here we go, Alan. Buford T. Justice.
Yeah, for $49.99. Good to see you, Chris.
You.
Glad to have you back. Thank you, Buford T. Justice.
Oh, thank you so much. That's great.
Yeah, by the way, we have over.
This is a record for our live stream. 5,100 people on YouTube. Like 1,000 on Rumble. This is awesome.
Yeah,
it's great.
Which goes to my comment to you earlier or a week ago. People don't come to the stream to watch me. They're here for you, Chris.
Yeah, they do. I watch you.
People. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we have thank you for everyone watching. That's grateful for that. From Randolph Lalonde for 14. Canadian dollars. So glad to see you back from one indie author who had to drop carbs and sugar to another. It's challenging, but there are many hidden benefits. Speedy recovery.
Hey, Randolph Lalonde, if you have any
Lalonde.
tips, let me know. And thank you for that. Yeah, it's hard. Sugar is in hot dog. You were telling me, Alan, we're talking about hot dog buns.
Yeah.
Tell that story.
Yeah, no, I mean, you were talking about it, and I'm like, I just bought a whole bunch of Costco hot dogs, went to get some buns, and I spent a good 10 minutes just going through the buns, trying to figure out which one had the less sugar in it. I finally found one with 2 grams of sugar in it. Yeah, they were 6. Yeah, it had gone all the way up to 6 grams of sugar per bun.
In hot dog buns.
Mm-hmm.
What? Our food in America is poison.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah. In fact, I saw Food Inc. I saw Food Inc. too. It was very good. It's about the corporatization of food production, and wow, we are screwed. It is. Yeah. So Randolph, if you have any tips, DM me or reach out on Film Threat. And thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. Like I feel healthier, but it is hard to buy food.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, bacon was the big one. Thankfully, Costco, there's no sugar in their bacon, and so
well, I bought, I bought breakfast sausage. Yeah, 3 grams of sugar.
Yeah, I believe that.
What am I doing? So, yeah. Thanks, Randolph.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right here. Thanks.
Oh, by the way, just I believe I'd mentioned 6,200 people watching us on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Thank you for being here. A bucket full of a bucket of semen for 200 Danish krona. I believe that's what that is. You can't make a funny movie and have Amy Schumer in it. Chris, keep the beard.
That's true.
Chris Scholar. Chris Baldwin.
She was terrible. She was terrible in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry has a broad swath of friends there. And, they hit both sides of the spectrum. What can you do?
Right.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Another comment here.
All right. You want me to do it or okay?
Yeah.
The Quiet Lion for 499. Words cannot properly express how glad we are to see you back and rocking the R&B look now. Seriously, welcome back, Frank.
Thank you so much, Quiet Lion. Appreciate it. And the nerd for away. Wait, tell us how to say Sebastian's name, Chris. Wait, yeah, how do you wait?
Oh my gosh. You don't even know. Maybe I got it right.
It's Sebastian Maniscalco. Maniscalco. That's not how you pronounce it. Sebastian Maniscalco. Maniscalco.
Oh boy.
I'm purposely you're wearing
down, aren't you?
I can't even say the word slurring.
I know. You can't say Maniscalco and
I don't know how I sound to you. I sound like crap to me, but I hope I sound okay. It's not too distracting. But yeah, I can't pronounce it. I'm saying Alan's doing it wrong, and I am also doing it wrong.
Well, apparently the chat is saying I've been doing it right. So.
Oh, all right. Then I stand corrected. Right. I stand corrected.
Glenn. Okay.
Glenn, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Oh, Glenn would know. Glenn would know. So, yeah.
No, I'm saying, Glenn, get your editing tools out. There you go.
Oh, we have some videos coming up. We have videos coming up.
I'm saying it. I think it's just unfair to point out everything I did wrong over the last month, considering what I had to do for the show.
No, dude, look, I would only point out the things you could improve, and they were little simple technical things. When you talk about movies, I love it. I love it. I can't get enough of Alan.
Yeah, but when the banner runs through the outro of the show.
Oh my God. So
streaming is hard. Okay, I said it. It's
hey.
All right. Something else here. Let's go. Yes.
Okay.
If I knew where we were going, I would transition you there.
No, we're going.
But I'm.
Have you seen the list? The
I see
planet
this, but you don't go in order. That's the problem.
that happened recently.
Yeah, happened in Vegas.
Oh my god, I remember.
Yeah, I
that.
thought you would. I just, we were just hoping you got better throughout the rest of the day, and clearly you weren't getting better.
Oh, whoa! Brock
Hey,
gifted 50 film threat memberships. Brock, that is huge, huge. Thank you, Brock.
thank you.
Wow, awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, sign up on Discord. You gotta get access to our Discord. Look on the community tab on YouTube for the link. So everyone got a gift. A lot of people got gifts. That's a record. Wow. We have 5,267 people watching live on YouTube. That is a record. So thank you for that. And people watching on X, of all things. And then here you go, Alan. Here's another one.
From Aaron Pipes for $5. Thank you. Stick with PT as long as possible. Physical therapy. And we know you are still getting daily sponge baths from 2 hot nurses. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't really succeeded on that one, but yeah, physical
Well,
therapy.
I mean, those
I'm-
the
What's that?
Verizon male nurses is coming back. So
I'm not gonna do that, Alan. It's not happening. It's not happening. But yeah, I'm going through it, and honestly, I like it. I feel getting in better shape, and
Mhm.
I like it. So it's just my speech. I need practice. So you are helping me. You,
Yeah.
the audience, is helping me, and I can't appreciate you enough. And got some great things coming up. And Vagabundo Devon. Hey, Devon, for 5. Welcome back. Missed you in Vegas. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I remember I got a DM from you like while I was like in the hospital. And I was like, I'm not gonna be there. I would have met you had things not gone down, but yeah, but we hung out at Dragon Con, and I hope to hang out at the upcoming Dragon Con in September. So no, and this is a fact right here. Thank you, Devon. Appreciate you. Fox Wolf still sound better than Beardo. Well, I can pronounce Luddite. So there you go.
Well, keep working on prostitute.
What? No, there's certain words I have trouble with. I have trouble with
it's the C word.
slurring
It's the
and
heavily P word.
prostitute. I'll get it. Hey, one here, Alan.
Yeah, from Snark Bobbler. Snark Bob Iger for $5. Bobby here. For as much as Film Threat has been making my life a living hell, even I will relent to the fact that I'm glad Chris is back and doing well. Well, thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Iger.
Yes.
Go back to your IP mining.
Yeah, I mean, you may have a hit with Planet of the Apes, so congratulations. You're long overdue.
It's predicted to do well. What is it? 50 million?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this on Wednesday, but was it Deadpool, Wolverine, Planet of the Apes, and Aliens Romulus? Probably the 3 big hits that Disney's going to produce, and they're all from Fox.
Yeah. And Devon became a YouTube member. Thank you, Devon.
Yes.
Devon, I'll see you in September in Atlanta. We'll see. Hopefully, if I'm slurring in September at Dragon Con, it's not because of the stroke. I'm just saying. Alan?
Okay, sorry. From some Norwegian guy for 119 Norwegian krona, I believe. Who returned to Film Threat today? You guessed it, Frank Gore. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and from Zarius for 10. I'm so freaking glad to see you back. Love you, Chris. Great job, Alan.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta give Alan props.
Yes, thanks.
Did-
And I'm glad
No,
you're
no,
back.
hey, I'm being serious. And I loved watching Alan. Like, it was great. You were really good at verses.
Mhm.
Like, it was really great.
Oh, thanks.
And no, it's just I loved watching it. So, but I do like being with you here.
Yeah. No, I do too.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be gay or anything, but it
Yeah.
just
What about Emma Stone
I like Emma Stone.
as MJ?
She didn't play MJ.
Who? Oh, no,
Gwen
who did play it?
Stacy.
Who played?
Gwen Stacy.
Oh, that's right. It was.
You've been gored. Yeah, it is so gay.
So gay.
What can you say about that?
Yeah.
All right, we are going to do something special. Something special. For wait, is
Yes,
this thing on Michael Douglas? Should we do that?
Oh, do you want to do that? I can remove that.
That's not me, that's you, right?
Right. I put that in there.
You have okay, let's prep to that.
Yeah.
We have
I'll do it.
a breaking news story. Breaking news. And then I'm going to review every movie I missed last month. I'm going to do a rapid fire. So stick around. Alan,
Okay.
it's all you
Hold on.
here.
Let me. Sorry, I'm pulling the thing
be
up
sorry.
here. And I'm
I'm
trying to get
gonna
rid of
do
this
a whole
giant ad that's
montage
playing.
of Alan
Yeah.
that's getting the,
All right. Let's do this.
do it, Alan. Come on.
I know. Me talking about. I know. Oh, this computer. All right.
Okay, tell us
Yeah.
about this. Is a breaking news story.
All right. It's not. It came out a couple days ago, but Michael Douglas did an interview in Variety, and sadly, my computer is trying to catch up with with my browser. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Michael Douglas has starred in some of the most iconic erotic thrillers ever made, from Basic Instinct to Fatal Attraction. He knows a thing or two about crafting a memorable movie sex scene. In an interview with Telegraph, the actor gave his honest opinion. In the past age where I got to worry about that. In the past, I'm past the age where I've got to worry about that. But it's interesting with all the intimacy coordinators, Douglas says. It feels like executives taking control away from filmmakers. But there have been some terrible faux pas and harassments. Sex scenes are like fight scenes. It's all choreographed, Douglas continued. In my experience, you take responsibility as the man to make sure the woman is comfortable. You talk it through. You say, okay, I'm going to touch you here if that's all right. It's very slow, but it looks like it's happening organically, which is hopefully what good acting looks like. Yeah, this is the big thing. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, or last week with Dante, but I mentioned that the original intent of the intimacy coordinator was to make sure that the actress has a full and complete understanding of what is required of her in these scenes. But what we find out is that these intimacy coordinators are actually almost taking the power away from the director and the writer, and saying that you can't be doing scenes like this, or maybe you should do it this way, or maybe you should do it that way. And I think it just comes back to what Michael Douglas says here. It's the idea that, as men who are put in these positions, we is our responsibility that women feel comfortable in what they're about to do, and that it should be kind of this give and take to make a scene feel organic.
Well, it was Anne Hathaway a few weeks ago who said that when she would try out for a film, they did what they call a chemistry test. You know, do you have chemistry? And she would make out with other actors. And they to see, do you have chemistry? And they would be like kind of into, not, you know, it's not naked or anything, whatever, but they would kind of make out to see if they had chemistry. And they don't do that anymore, which explains why so few actors have romantic chemistry. It's not in movies today. So it's really, really disappointing. I don't know. I think that this role has diminished these types of films. What do you think, Alan? I think Alan's frozen or something frozen.
Yeah, I'm frozen. Sorry, it's these
You're back.
these
It's cool.
ads. It's these pages with ads. They're ruining. But look, I mean, like I said, there's a wisdom behind it in the sense of, for Anne Hathaway to have to go through a bunch of chemistry reads like that just sounds kind of cheesy, kind of creepy. There is that attempt to make the process more comfortable, make it more above board and more, put a little integrity behind it. But, again, I think this is another issue that has been taken over by activists, and they are definitely guiding the direction of especially sex in movies nowadays.
Yeah, it's disheartening, and it doesn't contribute to better movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all these fake jobs, intimacy coordinator, DEI,
cultural consultant,
sensitivity read, none of these things make movies better. It makes them objectively worse. So, this is why I'm so confident about independent film, because indie film is not tied to this kind of BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah. At the same time, there's this integrity you have to uphold, especially if you're going to put your female actresses in potentially compromising positions.
Yeah. Let's go to your comments here. Well, here, Mulholland Drive without the sex scene. Exactly. Yeah. So Heather Graham didn't.
I'm sorry.
Heather Graham didn't need an intimacy coordinator. Yeah. Yeah. Right here. Read that one, Alan.
From Carnell for 10. Thank you. Good to see you, Chris. Alan did an adequate job hosting the stream. Kidding, he was awesome all around. And so were Polly, Dante, and Danica as co-hosts. Absolutely.
Thank you, Carnell. I always appreciate your insightful comments.
Yeah.
Even
when Polly literally came in at the last moment too.
Yeah, he was like, can you do it? Yes, okay. So yeah, I appreciate Polly. Appreciate him. So yeah. All right. Moving on from this, we got something special. I'm gonna see if I can get through this.
Okay.
We're gonna see if I can do this here.
Okay,
so we're gonna do a reset here real quick. We'll do a reset.
All right.
So
all right.
What?
This is where I would be talking, going, okay, I'm looking for the banner.
All right, let's go.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong in the sense of, you want a movie to watch that you want to talk about afterwards and not feel like, oh, it was okay.
Well, there you go. Magnum Norse for 10. You've been gored. That doesn't make any sense. To be clear, I am a straight man.
And I am too.
And I'm super straight. But
I am engaged in a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah, and we're both straight. We want to get that
Yes, I'm in a heterosexual relationship.
I'm putting it out there
I'm all on board with Briss.
that Alan and I are straight.
I stand with them and in between them.
What was that?
Wow.
Why do you keep showing these videos?
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
All right. Here we
All
go.
right. Let's do this.
All right. Well, just keep up with me, Alan.
Yes.
I'm going to go through these quick. These are all the movies that I was not present to do a review. So I'm giving you my quick rapid fire review. All right. So, in fact, I never stopped going to the movies. As much as my speech may be somewhat compromised, I'd say I'm about 80%. I go to the movies every week, 3 times a week. So I saw everything that Alan was seeing, which is why sometimes I was frustrated watching the stream that I could not express my opinion, Alan. So there you go. So let's talk about it. Civil War. I love Alex Garland. This was, I think I like the idea that he went into this movie to try and stay apolitical, but at the same time, he basically made heroes of the journalists rather than questioning the mainstream media and poking fun at that, or at least poking holes or mocking it. And while I thought the third act was actually a good payoff and shocking, this was a pass for me. So pass on Civil War from me. Next, I'm just getting warmed up. Challengers. Okay. I am not a Zendaya fan. Everyone thinks she is hot and sexy. She's too skinny for me. I'm afraid I would break her. And I don't find her sexy. I thought this movie was trying to be sexy, and she is the most unlikable character. Her character in the movie was so unlikable, and all the homoerotic stuff was just so tiresome and so blatant and so obvious. I will not see a worse movie. This is on my top of worst of the year. Challengers. Next. Boy Kills World, fun. Bill Skarsgård, a lot of fun. A video game inspired movie that had, was it John Benjamin did the voice? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very video game inspired. I love the hyper violence. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time at the movies. So a mild recommend. Next. Arcadian. It was okay. But I'll watch anything. Arcadian. I'll watch anything with Nicolas Cage. I am just a super fan of Nicolas Cage. I'll watch a bad Nicolas Cage movie. I'll watch a good Nicolas Cage movie. I love Nick Cage. So even though I thought this movie was kind of a by the numbers monster movie, Nick Cage is in it. I'm watching it. So mild recommend from me. Next, The Fall Guy. I loved it. I saw it twice. I know some people are saying like, oh, and it didn't perform well at the box office. This was made fun of the industry. It built up stuntman, so it was sort of broke, the veneer of what happens in Hollywood. Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling have chemistry. It had great comedic moments, and I strongly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Next. Okay, this is weird. I saw the TV Glow. It is about an obsession for an old TV show. When these kids were younger, they used to watch this show that was a horror show for children. And it's feels very David Lynch, very weird for weird's sake. They grow up and there's an obsession with the show. And it's all about the obsession with it. And then you see the show as an adult. You have a very different view of it. This movie is not for everybody. I'm saying if you like weird David Lynch or weird for weird's sake, I'm recommending it. If you don't like it, do not go see this movie. But frankly, I I really, really enjoyed it. Um, it's a director I've never heard of. Her name is Jane Shobrun. And I just thought it was it's all about the tone of this movie. So if you like weirdness, then go see it. Next, uh, Silo. This is on Apple TV Plus. It started out, the first 3 episodes are amazing. There's a different lead character for the first 3 episodes until it gets to Rebecca Ferguson, who becomes the focus. It's a procedural, like a cop show, but set in a silo in a post-apocalypse. 10,000 people live in this silo. The outside world is a barren landscape. And if you say the words, I want to leave the silo, you have to go outside. Everyone who goes outside dies. So in the first couple episodes, you see 2 people do this, they die, and they're sitting under this withered tree. And it shifts focus to Rebecca Ferguson, who is an engineer whose lover dies in mysterious circumstances. Is there murder? What happened? So the whole thing is an investigation of that, leading to a payoff that was terrible. So this show, I really enjoyed it up until the ending, and did not pay off. But it has a great, and then Common is in the movie or in the show. Common is playing Common. He's just in it. And he's sort of a heavy in it, and there's no acting involved. He's just be Common. Great. Totally didn't work. Yeah. So a lot of people have said some interesting things about this show. I say after seeing the whole thing, it's a pass for me. So pass on Silo. Fallout. I did see all the episodes of Fallout. I have played the video game previous incarnations, and I gotta say, I had fun with Fallout. Walton Goggins is incredible as the ghoul. The actress who plays the lead actress, I thought was really likable. The circumstances are just bizarre. It was fun. It captured the look of the game, which I thought was fine. It played with a lot of ideas. And I got to say, I loved it until the last episodes. The last episode was so bad, so contrived. It made me hate the rest of the show. Now, I got some inside info. It's been picked up for 2 more seasons at least. So there will be more Fallout coming. The ending betrays everything. It's about the lead character. What's her name? I forget her name. Someone in the chat.
Lucy or something like that. Or
Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. It's about her search for her father, right? Something happens. He's thrown out into the world, and she's searching for Kyle MacLachlan, who's just great. He's great in the show. And the payoff is so bad. It made me hate it. So, but the girl who plays Lucy, Ella Purnell, is so good. Walton Goggins, great, really great. The rest of the cast, sort of mixed, but I liked it. The guy who played a Maximus, Aaron Moten, not so good as that. I thought the character was bad too. Not all of the actor's fault, but it just disappoints me because I wanted to like it. I really was hooked watching every episode. The last episode it did not stick to the landing. So pass on Fallout. Okay, now we're getting to something here. Shogun, I was obsessed with. this show, it's a slow burn at the beginning. So it takes the first 3 episodes to really fully get into this. It's so I saw the original Shogun as a kid in the was it the early 80s?
Yeah.
I loved it. Richard Chamberlain as you know,
The handsome
Anjin,
guy.
yeah. Blackthorn, so good. In the 70s, I remember watching it with my grandfather, who was obsessed with Japanese culture. He was in the Navy and he went to Japan in World War II. So he had like a samurai sword that he got as a souvenir. I don't know if it was real or anything, but he had a sword. And we watched that. I remember Karamaska, hi, hi, just the language. And I remember really enjoying the old show. This modern adaptation, I think, is fantastic. It's based on real Japanese history in the 1600s, and it plays with it. It's not fully accurate. The events that play out are not fully accurate to real history, but this show, it's a slow burn. I got more and more obsessed. And again, that last episode, some people have problems with the last episode. I actually loved it because it's building up to something you think is going to happen. It doesn't happen the way you think it does. And I thought it was very poetic with Toranaga, played by Hiru. Yeah, hey, try to pronounce this with a stroke. All these Japanese names. Hiroyuki Sanada, who was in John Wick 4, who's great. You've seen him in a million things. He is so good as Toranaga, was fantastic. Such a great supporting cast. Anna Sawai as Tora Mariko, the translator, and Cosmo Jarvis as Anjin-san, Blackthorn, was just good. The music too by Atticus, what's his name? Atticus Ross. The score is fantastic. It's on Spotify. I loved it. And I thought the ending, because I heard weird things about the ending, I actually really enjoyed the ending. And if you're Asian and you don't see Shogun, you're a dishonor to your family. Alan.
It's not how that works. It's not how that works.
Is that not how it works?
It's not how it works.
In fact, I think I'm going to rewatch it. And the audiobook is on Spotify. Just Shogun, Chef's Kiss, more of that. Now, guess what? There's not going to be a second season of Shogun because it's based on one book. That's it. So where are we going to go? I don't know. But God,
Rings of Shogun. That's where we're going next.
What's that?
Rings of Shogun. That's
Rings of Shogun will be a fictionalized, terrible retelling. No, I'm probably gonna rewatch it because I thought it was so good. We do have some good TV coming up in June. We have The Acolyte.
Yes.
And we have the Dragon Show.
Yeah, I can't wait to get our early episodes of The Acolyte.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it. So. But Shogun, probably the best thing I've seen in the last month. So
on television.
Next, what am I talking about? On the list of worst movies of the year, alongside Challengers, is Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. If you love wheat and farming, how Zack Snyder could be so proud and talk about this with a straight face is strange. I despise this. I despise it. I want the 2 hours of my life back. This is the worst. There's not a worse thing I've seen. It's just, terrible. What'd you think of it, Alan?
It was horrible. Because when you made me watch this again, or watch this, I had only gotten through half of the first one, and it was just a chore to have to watch both of them back to back. My biggest issue is its derivative. Everything in this movie he stole from someone else. There's
There's
not an
not
original
one-
thought in this movie.
Not one original idea. And that ending is so dumb.
Mhm.
And just everything about it, their strategy to beat them, like everything was just terrible.
Yeah, and you'd seen it before. That's the thing.
You know what? Watch Battle Beyond the Stars. Battle Beyond the Stars. James Cameron did the effects for it. James Horner did the soundtrack. It's such a great movie. It's a better version. Battle Beyond the Stars, a movie from the 80s with John Saxon as the villain.
Mhm.
So good. So yeah.
And if you want
Trash.
this story, go see Bug's Life. It's a much better story.
Bug's Life or Seven Samurai or Magnificent Seven. Yeah,
absolutely.
bad. Yeah, bad. Next. You know what? I went and saw it in a theater. And in light of Disney Star Wars, okay, in light of Disney Star Wars, it's weird how this actually holds up. It had the most practical effects. The music amazing, lightsaber duels fantastic. The world building, I mean, it's flawed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is great. I'm saying in light of Disney, it was awesome. And my memories of episode 1, seeing it way back when, 1999, the movie was not the best part. It was the experience of being reunited with Star Wars fans, waiting in line to see a movie. And God, it was fun. And the screening I went to was packed.
And when the midnight showing was an actual midnight showing.
Yeah. So, it was fun. It was nostalgia. And it's the first time seeing it in a theater in 25 years. And this was when seats were not reserved. No reserved seats. You had to get in line for a movie. You couldn't show up last minute and grab your seats. So, yeah.
Oh, and then people walking through saying, "Is that an empty seat? Can you move over?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I had a good time with it.
All right. And then finally,
okay. I saw the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. I went every week dutifully on Tuesdays for $5 Tuesday and saw this film. It's remarkable. This trilogy. And I know it's like, okay, the first one, really good, amazing, great. So many great moments. The music, the chemistry between Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire was palpable. The sense of wonder. The early effects, do they hold up? Some of it, not really. And then Spider-Man 2, chef's kiss. So, I mean, I got emotional. And the interesting thing was seeing this with a crowd, okay? These are people, there were it was people in their 20s mostly, kids, right? They never saw this movie in a theater. They probably already seen the movie. They were howling. The romance between Mary Jane and Peter Parker, they were laughing, they were saying things that you would hear this. Ooh, there'd be some romantic thing, like she'd bat her eyes at him. You're not interested, and you'd see Toby like nerdy, and here's what struck me about the movie. So the trilogy and Spider-Man 3, yes, Venom is terrible. They shouldn't have had Venom in the movie, but I love Bully Maguire. When Toby goes bad and he's got the hair like the hair is like this, it's sort of badass hair. It's got it like that, and the black suit and the going like this. A guy at the screening I was at wore a black suit and got up and did the audience was howling for the memes. They knew the memes, but this audience had not seen it in the theater since when it first came out. They all clapped during parts of the movie, and at the end just clapped. I've never seen a reaction to a modern movie like I saw a reaction to this movie in a theater. It's like audiences are starving for this. The other thing about this movie, you're going to be surprised by, because no one mentioned these things when these Spider-Man movies came out in the early 2000s. They are very patriotic. Images of Spider-Man next to an American flag. Every one of the movies had that. Some pose with Spider-Man, American flag. And you know what else was in this movie? Religion. Mary Jane is going to marry, J. Jonah Jameson's son in the church, right? There are references to religion. Aunt May has a cross, and she references God. It's not pushed. It's not an agenda being pushed. It's just part of their lives is faith and religion. And I got choked up. These are old school American values. Romance between a young man and a young woman. Religion and values as part of your life. Patriotism. Old school heroism. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the ones I love. Watching these 3 movies in a theater again, I was like, this is why modern superhero movies are failing. All of those things, none of the things I mentioned are present. Heroism, self-sacrifice, patriotism, old school romance, religion, gone. And I didn't, when I saw, Spider-Man when it first came out, I didn't even notice those things. And now that all of those things are absent from modern movies, it's very clear. It's very clear that their absence is felt. And God, they're still showing all the Spider-Man movies. I'm not a huge fan of the Tom Holland ones because I think Zendaya's miscast. There's no chemistry between them at all. Tom Holland is very milquetoast. They feel kind of woke and sort of annoying. But there you go. That's my rapid fire. And the lesson is the Spider-Man movies, the values in the Spider-Man movies are missed. And I hope they do make a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 with Sam Raimi directing. Please make this. I'm praying. Make it. We need it. So
well, yeah. Unfortunately, Disney is allergic to money, so it won't happen.
Disney does not like money.
They don't like money. I mean, that's the thing that I
any comments on what I just said, Alan? I mean, your commentary.
I mean, the best thing about the box office being down is that it's the return of the old classics, and there's a lot of them coming out.
Yeah,
and I will tell you that my daughter and I, we've been more excited about what Phantom Events is putting out than we are about what's coming.
I got tickets for the Muppet movie.
Yeah, we're doing Muppet movie.
I'm doing Run Lola Run.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Lord
of the Rings. We are so excited about Lord of the Rings.
This is what's weird, or sort of overall. Classic movies are back.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Phantom Menace came out, it was number 2 at the box office. What was it? 14 million?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't think it was that high, but yeah.
Modern Hollywood is failing, and modern movies are failing. And those Spider-Man movies, the fact that the screenings were packed, they didn't just have one screening. It was all week. They're playing it like a regular movie.
Yeah.
And
so, I think it's still out there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So any comments on things I said? Are you going to see Shogun, or are you going to be?
I plan to. I'll keep
Alan.
complaining about it. I don't have time. I don't have time for a show like
Well,
that.
I hear you. It's cool.
Yeah.
But
But the other
I
thing
thought it
is,
was so good.
I want to bring up Arcadian. Look, Arcadian is an indie film in every sense of the word, other than the
Right.
fact that Nicolas Cage is in it. It is an indie produced film. It had very little money. Had an enthusiastic director who wanted to tell this tale, and Nick Cage was full on board. Actually, it was Nick Cage this was a Nick Cage idea, in fact. And and I think my appreciation why I think I like it a lot more than you is because we are an indie film outlet, and that's very much an indie film, and that's why I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think
I'll support it because I like Nick Cage. I will watch him in anything. I don't care. He makes interesting choices.
Yeah.
So,
and it's
there you
a
go.
movie about fathers and sons.
Yeah. Yeah. That too. Those core values that people can relate to, the modern tropes are failing. The girl boss, the, evil white man, people reject it. The sort of disdain for religion, the sort of mixed heroism. Like there's, the bad guys, I can see it from their point of view, and Spider-Man had a little of that with Doc Ock, but wow, Spider-Man 2 was just, I actually got choked up a couple times.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I was just lamenting the death of this kind of filmmaking. So there you are. All right. Let's get to your comments. And we have 66,322 people watching us live. This is the most
on YouTube. On YouTube.
On YouTube.
With Rumble and X, we are over 7,000 watching us right now.
Yeah. This is the most people watching us live ever. So, shoot. Nicholas Vargo 199. No Abigail or Ministry of Ungentlemanly. I saw those. Abigail, I was not excited about, and Ministry was just okay. Yeah, I saw those too. I'm sorry I forgot them. Thanks for the 199, Nicholas. Appreciate it. Alan, if you could read from the top.
Yeah, from Lon Baker for 50. Thank you for 50. Welcome back. Be well, sir.
Lon, that is very generous. Thank you so much.
Okay, there's one above that. Okay, yeah. Ulysses Valenzuela for $5. So you finally decided to stop being a lazy cunt. 8 hail and welcome back, Chris. Did I just read that right?
Yeah, no, I think he called me a cunt.
I believe
actually. It's yeah, well, I'll just say this. Don't call me this.
You make me happy.
It does make me happy to be reunited with Alan.
And my giant forehead. All right, from Slayer 96 DA for the first, for 2 Canadian. Movie trailer moved to Monday. Sorry for the delays.
All right, thank you, Slayer.
Yeah. Okay. From Nikki Herring. There's something in there that okay. You became a YouTube member. Thank you so much for that. From Brandon Cruz, DFS, for $10. Love you, Chris. Glad you're well. Those guys saw your last DVD Doomsday review, saw that you had 100 copies of it, and had to take them. That's right.
Thanks.
That's right.
Thanks,
from Black Shirts for $9.99. Welcome back, Gore. Welcome back, Gore.
Thank you so much.
And Vic for $5. Thank you. You got the notification. Welcome back. These two have been running wild, and it's been hilarious.
Thanks, Anvik.
Yeah. And then from Rhino Helix for $10. All hail the return of the Jedi Master Frank Gore. Our world is brighter today. Welcome back.
Thank you for that.
And
Awesome.
from Fear the Turtle 21 for $10. Thank you. Harry Potter, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and Lord of the Rings were all coming out in the early mid 2000s. Adolescent me was riding high at the theater. The theaters those years, what a time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, those were all early 2000s.
Yeah.
That was, looking back, that was a great era. And in contrast to now, I mean, it's like very noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last movie to really impact people is probably Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. You know, it's there are these tentpole movies in our lives, and it's hard to think of. Before Avengers, the only thing I can think of is Lord of the Rings. Before that, that's a huge gap in between as well. All right, from St. Patrick T for $4.99. For the most exciting thing about the Phantom Menace was downloading the trailer. Welcome back.
I remember that. I downloaded it. It took forever, and it was a cam version. It was shot on cam. Oh my god! And it wasn't very good.
You saying someone bootlegged it? Someone bootlegged the trailer?
Yes. Oh, this led to iTunes trailers. This is legend.
Yeah.
I saw it in a theater. It was, I forget the movie we saw. It was like the Brad Pitt movie, and everyone stayed to watch it. I think we watched it twice. Then we got it home. It was bootlegged, upload the internet. It took forever to download, and then just watched it on loop. So great.
Okay, from Hanzo Sword 01 for $5. Great to see back. Great to see back, Chris. Hope to see you on FNT. Oh yeah, you doing that today?
No, I'll be on FNT soon. Yeah. I'm going to talk to Gary. I want to be on FNT.
That's a marathon right there. You have to be.
Give me a month or so. I'll be on FNT.
All right. From Benjamin for 10. Early 2000s patriotism was cool in my opinion. In Spider-Man 2, when the train people lift Peter up and set him down, a man says, "Just a kid, no older than my son." In 2004, people's kids were fighting the wars.
That's right. It's and I love the line with the New Yorkers: "You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us." Like there was a weird, there was a spirit in those early 2000 Spider-Man movies that is gone today. We live in such a divisive world. It's so sad to see where America is now as compared to 20 years ago, 2004, when Spider-Man 2 came out. I mean, it's sad. I actually, during Spider-Man 2, I got choked up. It was the moment where Mary Jane sees that Peter is Spider-Man, and the look on her face, that the love they have, I haven't seen that in a movie in forever. I miss it. Like romance, patriotism, self-sacrifice, all gone. All these things are gone. And it's thanks, Benjamin. Thank you.
Yeah. It's just, whoever's in charge of things, they don't see these as values anymore. The fact that waving an American flag can be seen as a symbol of violence.
Yeah, hostile.
Yeah, hostile.
Yeah, it's I'm concerned for the future of this country. I do have concerns, but don't have any concerns about me. I am back. I am not 100%, but I need to be here, to be with Alan, to do reviews to the best of my ability. I will try to enunciate, even though I can't pronounce horror amarata. It's just horror amarata. It's not, or slurring. I have problems saying slurring prostitute. I'm having problems. If I want to hire a prostitute, it's going to be really hard for me to do that. But I can't even pronounce prostitute.
Yeah.
But I'm going to work on it.
Proselyte will show up at your door.
Proselytize. I can say proselytize. I can say Luddite. But for some reason, I can't say prostitute. But I will. You are helping me So I thank you. I thank you for all your messages, all your super chats, all your kind. Chrissy Mayer sent me a basket of fruit. Like, everyone has been so kind. Everyone from the fellowship and people on YouTube who watch me, but no one from the indie film world whatsoever. Not one person. No, a couple people, but I know them really well in real life.
Yeah. Let's just say word travels through the fellowship faster than
Yeah,
outside
and
of YouTube, basically.
the kindness, and I'm humbled, and I feel it's my duty to get back for you. And by doing a live stream and forcing myself to talk, I will get better. So just tell people who've never seen the show, I'm drunk. I'm drinking old. I'm here. We'll do a YouTube short. Don't tell people I have problems with my speech. Just tell them I'm a drunk film critic. I'm drinking old fashioned at 11 in the morning. Ooh, that's strong. Oh, my toast to you, early morning drinkers. I'll be stirring up a storm, slurring.
You make me happy.
Okay, I'm not sick of that clip yet. I'm not sick of it. Okay,
Yeah,
some
fall in
last
love with me,
minute
yeah.
super chats. Hey, Randolph Lalonde became a YouTube member. Thank you for that. Bush and Ryu Cat member for 4 months. A miracle. Welcome back, Chris, and good health.
That's
and Bruce Leroy Jenkins for 5. We all know Chris Frank faked a stroke just so he can come back rocking a glow up beard. Good job, Ing the Merciless, holding down the fort just barely.
You have no idea.
We had fun. Okay. Bush and Ryu Cat for 10. Chris Frank Gore, no stress. From now on, only good movies. Tonight, watch Battle Beyond the Stars. I love it. I have the Blu-ray of that movie. I have the Blu-ray. So we keep hitting new records. We are 66,538 people watching us live. That means the stream is getting recommended. That is incredible. We've got about 600 on Rumble, 250 on X. Yeah, amazing. Amazing.
Do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Please do. Please do. And we'll be back. Here's what's happening next week. We got some special surprises. Monday we're talking old apes versus new apes on Versus. And Alan may or may not be there.
I may or may not be there.
I'll be there. Just help me, dude.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have much to say, but yeah, we'll do it.
You can answer email while you're on the stream.
Okay.
I do it sometimes. I admit it. I'm sorry.
But Wednesday is a special show.
Wednesday is special. So Hollywood on the Rocks will not be in the afternoon. Alan and I are seeing
Furiosa, a Mad Max tale.
And we will be having Hollywood on the Rocks around 7 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. So join us Wednesday night for an early review of Furiosa. Might have a few surprises, and it's going to be fun. So, and then a week from today, our regular show, we're going to review movies like If with Ryan Reynolds. I don't care about that movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at this list.
I could not be less excited about that film.
This list.
Movies coming out the next few weeks. Wait till we get to June. June, we got Acolyte and House of the Dragon. So let's get to June. So there you go. And final chat, the chat for 5. Frank, so glad to see you back. Best wishes. And Alan was such a freaking champ holding down the fort. He was. Yeah. As much as I sent him 9, maybe 15 criticisms during the show. I was like,
why is that comment up there?
Why is that comment up there? You know what it was like? It was like I felt like Captain Kirk was in sickbay and Yeoman Rand was in the captain's chair. And I was very, that was how I felt. But Yeoman Rand did a great job.
Thanks.
Okay, join us Monday for Versus Hollywood on the Rocks next week at a special time, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. approximately. So, because we got to like go to the theater and come back. And
yeah, and I'm going through LA traffic to get home afterwards. So.
Bush and Mew Cat for 2. Chris, I missed your comment about Deadpool 3. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. New trailer looks good. I can't wait. Sign me up. I'm in. We'll see.
We'll see.
So I hear there's a rumor Henry Cavill plays a Wolverine variant, but what they got to do, because he's tall, he's over 6 foot. They should do him as Wolverine, but he's like 4.5 feet. So he's a tiny Wolverine. That would be great. Make that happen. Tiny Wolverine Henry Cavill. So, but that wraps it up. Join us next week. I am back. I'm back. And thank you to our mods, Lord Thoth, Latino Slant, Atomic Glory, and Glanuccio, our producer. I want to thank them as well. And mostly, so much thank you all for sticking with us, for having faith in me. And you're the reason I'm still here. And I got a lot of cool things coming. So, and last chat, Alan, could you read this?
Yes, hemorrhoid hurts for $2.99 Australian. So great to see you are back. You are still kicking. Kicking, mate. We miss you.
The last one here.
Oddly structured. Okay, and from Missouri Breaks, a supporter, $25 Rumble rant. Hail, Chris. Glad you're back. Hail, Ing the Merciless. Before I submit it to a film threat, I'd be stoked. I almost read that wrong. If you check out the trailer to The Ballad of Missouri Bill, my new film.
I have to say, submit it to Film Threat. You can just, where's the thing to submit? It's real simple. So, I got it here. Wait, sorry. I'll do it, Alan. I'll do it.
Okay.
Right here. You just go to filmthreat.com/submit-project. It's a link. Go there. Any filmmaker can send their movie to us. So that's a reminder that that's what we do. You don't have to have the movie in a theater or on VOD. Just submit the project and Alan will probably review it.
Yeah. And then short films and episodics we do as well.
Yes. Short films, episodics, do it. So yeah, thank you. We have another channel. We have the Film Threat. Well, a couple things. One, reminder, go to the Film Threat shop. I just ordered something from the Film Threat shop. And Atomic Glory did look, a tradies approved. We got also Attack of the Doc. You can get the Blu-ray.
Can you get the Blu-ray?
Got t-shirts, all sorts of cool stuff, drinkware, accessories, lots of fun stuff. Yeah, I just ordered one of these drawstring bags. I love it. So check that out. And go to
the other
shop.
Channels. You're
What's
gonna
that?
talk
Other
about
channels. Let's do that. We have 2 other Film Threat YouTube channels to let you know. It's not just Film Threat. We have 2 other channels. I'll share it. I'll do it, Alan. I'll do it.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know what I was going.
We have the main Film Threat channel here. We do live streams and reviews. And then we have an interviews channel. We do interviews with filmmakers and actors. And then we have a trailers channel. We upload trailers for indie movies, which is really cool. So subscribe to our other channels. We appreciate it. Alan.
by the way, today on the interview channel, I do an interview with Letitia Wright, who is Shuri from Black Panther, about a new movie, Aisha.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And then,
Look at
and
how
then
these-
one day they're going to send me the LeVar Burton interview I did, and that'll go up as well.
Well, there you go. So we try to support indie film any way we can. So we do those things, and there you are. And that's so I'm back. That's the main thing. I'm back, Alan, and I'll be back next week. So there you go. Hopefully you'll see my voice improve.
Oops, I'm sorry.
No, I like that. Revengeful Wrath of Gore.
Yeah, there you go. From Reese Mack. There you go.
There you go. So yes, my speech is not 100%. It's 80%, but talking to you will help. And I'm grateful to everyone, humbled. And I thank you so much. Alan?
Yes, I have 4 reviews up on filmthreat.com right now. Also, I'll be at the National Comedy Theater tomorrow at 7:00 in San Diego. And yeah, that's
I
what
might be at Cruel World in Pasadena this weekend. I have tickets. So I might be going to that.
All right.
There you go. All right, Alan.
Let's get out of here.
I'll see you
sorry.
next week. No, wait, try it again.
All right.
Take two.
All right. We doing this? We're doing it. All right. Set me up.
Okay, Alan, what's the
Let's get out of here.